Who will the Cowboys re-sign? Who will they let walk? Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys 2020 free agency class. This is serious because these are guys that are going to be playing in contract year, all right, this season. So this is being considered a free agency apocalypse. Cowboys will have close to $60 million in cap space, but they still have a big contract coming up. So expect your 2020 roster to really, have a big churning. You're gonna have a big changeover for the 2020 season. So let's get it this season. Let's get it done. All right, because a lot of these guys, we're talking about a third of the roster is gonna be, hitting the free agency market for 2020. So who's up for a contract? Who's gonna try to, impress the staff to, getting another contract, a second contract? Who wants to stick around? Who wants to show out and sign with another team? All right, that's usually what happens here. Cowboys free agency, we know what they do. They want to sign their own guys. So about 33% of this free agency class of theirs will be hitting the market. Obviously, a lot of these guys, some of these guys won't even make the team. So this video is being made before mini camp and training camp, but this is the time to really take a look at, who's going to really be showing out in minicamp and training camp here that's coming up next month already. All right, so we're getting closer to football. It's badass. All right, it's badass. As quick as football goes away, it comes back just as quick. We just have to navigate through a dead zone, and that's what we're doing right now today. 2020 free agent. All right, so let's get into it. Who's going to be 2020 free agent? First one, Antoine Woods, defensive tackle. All right, so will they bring him back? I think the Cowboys would like to sign him back. They have a good rotation right now. I think he's a really good player. I think this is a player that you might, see getting some sort of extension during the season if he continues to show good things as he did last season. The next one, Robert Quinn. All right, defensive end, signed to the one-year deal. Obviously, he's got some age to him. Is he a stopgap for one of the younger guys that could possibly step up? We'll see, or do the Cowboys, offer him a contract to stick around? All right, we'll have to see on that one there. The next one, Amari Cooper. He's in contract talks. There's rumors here and there that the contract talks are far apart. They're almost going to get something done. We don't know. So we'll see what happens there. But he's going to be a free agent unless the Cowboys use the franchise tag on him. All right, the next one, Randall Cobb. He's on a one-year deal. Expected to be your slot replacement for Cole Beasley. We know the Cowboys don't pay much for that position there. So would they bring him back? Would they bring Randall Cobb back for, a low price? Who knows? We'll see what they do there. And next, Jason Witten. All right. Old man Witt. His contract is on a one-year deal. So will he come back, or will he finally hang up the cleats and go into coaching? I think coaching is really what he wants to do. Rumors are that, he may be considered, a coaching position at Tennessee, his alma mater. So we'll see what they do there. Or maybe he comes back and coaches here as an intern or something here with the Cowboys as a tight end coach. Similarly, Sean Lee, he's in a contract year. His final year of contract. He'll be 34 years old by the time football season starts next season. All right, he's going to turn 33 already here shortly. So he'll be 34 next year. Do you give him a one-year deal next season? Keep him around as your Sam linebacker? Or do you feel like some of these younger players can come into their own and take over, like a Chris Covington, or, possibly drafting somebody? The other Christian Covington, the defensive tackle, he is going to be a free agent. So let's see what he does. He's pretty good. He's pretty productive. Would they keep him around? And then another big one, Byron Jones. All right. We got to see how that hip looks. For a cornerback, you got to have those hips, man. If they're stiff, you can't make that turn, you're in big trouble. All right. So this is really a make or break season for Byron Jones. You kind of feel for him because I feel if he didn't have that injury, you would expect him to be ready to go, obviously, like all the other ones, and make a push for a big contract. But would it be too big for the Cowboys to bring back? We'll have to see. I think Byron Jones is probably trying to have a good season where he could sign a second contract somewhere else, a big contract. He's going to demand big money, probably more than the Cowboys are going to be willing to pay for Byron Jones. So we'll see what happens there with Byron Jones. Hopefully he can get on the field sooner than later. All right, Jeff Heath, the hated one. A lot of fans have been trying to get rid of Jeff Heath for quite a while now. Honestly, he is your special teams ace, so you can bet that the special team coach is going to try to get him re-signed here in some sort of capacity. But you know, the Cowboys are trying to turn that safety position. They drafted you know, Wilson out of A&M. We'll see how he looks. But do you bring Jeff Heath back? All right, or do you let him walk? Let's see what happens there. Joe Thomas, backup linebacker. You can probably turn that position there. He's pretty good. He's a good backup. Could they re-sign him to take over Sean Lee? Can he play the Sam position? I think he could. Joe Thomas is versatile enough to take over that Sam position, so he may be a player to re-up, you know, during the season. We'll see. Malik Collins, they're going to let him walk. Too injury prone. I mean, maybe at the most a one-year deal extension, but we'll see what he does. All right, Dak Prescott, obviously. Like I said, this video is being made here June 7th. So contract talks, rumors are that the contract is far apart. Some people think it's going to happen before training camp. So we'll see what happens there with Dak Prescott. But if nothing happens, franchise tag is an option, or letting him walk is another option. But the preferable option is to get him re-signed, and I think the Cowboys will get that done. We'll get that done here sometime soon. All right. The other one here, Anthony Brown, cornerback. I think this one here is an interesting one. I think he's gonna demand a pretty good amount of money in free agency. Some people may think Anthony Brown, no, he's not. He will. All right. Cornerbacks are not, you know, they're not grown on trees. You know, they're hard to find. People have seen good enough tape of Anthony Brown to give him a decent contract, a good contract. I think some people are going to be surprised on the contract other teams are going to offer Anthony Brown. All right, so he's going to hit free agency probably. Kevron Frazier, you know, he's more of a special teams guy now, coming back from his knee scope. We'll see if he even makes the team. I think that's kind of where he's at right now in his career with the Cowboys. He's just kind of been pigeonholed into special teams and a run support type of player. So those types of players can be churned over and you know, bring in fresh blood. So we'll see what happens with Frazier. Rico Gallers, I don't see him even making the team, but he is on the list right here. Barring some sort of immaculate turnaround where, you know, they give him a lot more snaps and he's making plays, that's the reason why I think he's not making the team. I mean, you've held on to him for 4 years now, and you know, you haven't seen much of a progression or you know, enthusiasm by the coaching staff to utilize him. Okay, so take that with how you want. Blake Jarwin is another one. You know, assuming that if Witten retires again or he walks off, you know, to the sunset, you're really going to be shorthanded at tight end, and that automatically becomes you know, something of a need in free agency or through the draft. All right. So do you think about bringing him back? Do you think about re-signing Blake Jarwin sometime during the season? I think if he's doing good and continues to show progression during the season, this is a player you're going to have to really consider bringing back. I'm hoping Dalton Schultz really takes that next level, so he can be someone that we can count on as well. But Blake Jarwin, he's going to have to really show out this season. All right, and then here's the list of other notables: Darius Jackson, Allen Hurns, LP, the deep snapper, Kerry Hyder, Justin Marsh-Lillard, Cooper Rush, Redmond, Maher, Jamil Showers at the safety position, CJ Goodwin, the corner, Darian Thompson, the safety, George Iloka, Tavon Austin, Daniel Ross, Xavier Suapilo. So all these players, man, that's about 30-something, 35, 36 players. That's a lot. Like I said, it's about 33% of your current roster. So who will the Cowboys re-sign? Who will they let walk? All right, let me know in the comments who you guys think the Cowboys are going to re-sign this season. You know, who are they going to try to re-sign so they don't hit free agency? And also let me know who you guys think, you know, may not even make the team. You know, we're making this video before the last mini camp next week and then training camp. Do you think any of these players won't even be on the team? Let me know what you guys think. Really appreciate it. You know, we've had a really good offseason. I keep saying that. and it's all you guys. You know, great conversation in the community. Thank you guys for taking the polls that I put out there. I just think it's very interesting how the community thinks. A lot of the time I'm in a lot of agreement with the majority, so I think it's pretty interesting to get that feedback. But if you like this video, click like, hit subscribe, hit that bell for the notification so you get instant notification when these videos go live, and that kind of thing. But we'll see you for the next video, guys. Appreciate it. Peace.